Hi y'all, my name is Jessi Baker and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making Blackberry Cobbler. You can make Blackberry Cobbler year-round thanks to frozen blackberries, but fresh blackberries taste even better, and wild are really the very best of all. Today, I didn't have time to go pick any wild blackberries, so we're using fresh ones from the grocery store. And you need 4 cups of these, which is kind of a lot considering that you're only using an 8 by 8 inch pan. So, what you're gonna do first is grease your pan. Second, I would go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And once you've got your pan greased, you're gonna go ahead and throw your blackberries, which need to be washed and dried. You don't want them to be wet at all going into your pan. You need to go ahead and put these into your pan. That's the first step. And you're gonna throw on top of them some lemon juice, a little bit, just 1 tablespoon of our Old Smoky Blackberry Moonshine, and 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. What I like to do now, just so that the sugar's not all clumped up in one spot, is kind of fold this mixture over the blackberries, being careful not to, break them down too much with your fingers. Just kind of fold that mixture in there so that they can all be covered with about the same amount of blackberry moonshine, lemon juice, and sugar. Okay, now that we have our blackberries all ready to go in the 8 by 8 inch pan, we'll move on to the next step. So here, you're gonna need a bowl, a medium-sized bowl, and a whisk, and 1 egg. Throw that in the bowl and whisk that just a little bit before you add your sugar and your flour and your melted butter. Next, I'll throw in my sugar. And right now we're making the top of the cobbler. The butter, I'm gonna go ahead and whisk that just a little bit before I add the flour. You never wanna over whisk or overwork flour, any kind of dough really, because it'll make it tough. You wanna mix it, but not overwork it. And this is looking perfect. It's gonna get really yellow thanks to all the butter. Who doesn't love butter? Yum. I like to use a whisk so I can get all up on the sides of the bowl. Just tap that out so you're not wasting any of the flour mixture. And then I get a rubber spatula and I spoon this directly over the blackberries. Hopefully you can see that. And it's not going to be perfectly even, but the goal is to get it as even as possible. And this is your cobbler topping. Once we're finished with this is going to go in our 375 degree preheated oven for almost an hour, somewhere between 50 minutes and an hour. And you're going to bake it until it's golden brown and delicious and bubbly. I think Blackberry Cobbler always has to be bubbly for it to be very tasty. My family likes to eat this with vanilla ice cream. That's their favorite way. My favorite way is probably with real whipped cream. Either way though, it's an awesome dessert. And as you can see, not that difficult to make. So right now I'm just working the dough a little bit over the blackberries so I can make it as even as I can. Cobbler dough is just kind of messy no matter what you do. So don't expect this part of the process to be pretty yet. Okay, here we are. So now that we've got it as even as we can, we're gonna pop this in the oven. Okay, we just got the Blackberry Cobbler out of the oven, which was at 375 degrees, and we let it bake for almost an hour, about 55 minutes, and it came out beautiful golden brown and delicious on top. I added a little bit of cinnamon, and I think that's really gonna enhance the taste. I like to plate this with vanilla ice cream, which I have here in a bowl. So we'll take just a little and I'll show you how I do it. Oh, yum. I love Blackberry Cobbler. So pretty. That vanilla ice cream is just the perfect accompaniment to this kind of dish. I love how it steams when they're together. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you love this recipe, and please follow me at Jessi Baker Shines.